It's time for Tiger Tip-Off. Watch today's games on the County 10 YouTube channel or catch radio coverage on KOBE 1330 AM and 107.7 FM.
And a very pleasant Thursday evening, everyone. Welcome to County 10's coverage of tonight's first round of the 3A West Regional Playoff, a showdown between the Powell Panthers and the Lander Valley Tigers. I'm Scott Fuller. We're just moments away from tip-off in what promises to be one of the more exciting, more anticipated girls' games in the first round of the 3A bracket between two teams fighting for a spot in the next round, eventually trying to fight their way to Casper for the state tournaments in 1 week's time. This is the Porter's Tailgate Show, brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton, your one-stop for grills, spas, stoves, pellets, and more. Porter's is a proud supporter of Fremont County athletes. One small production note for those of you watching on the YouTube channel: due to Wyoming high school regulations, streaming video of regional playoffs is not allowed. Again, that is a state high school league requirement. And so that is why on your screen right now you see season stats for both of the Lander and Powell girls teams. And we'll keep the scoreboard up to date. Obviously, audio of the game as well on the YouTube channel, as well as on 1330 KOVE. But again, this is the Porter's Tailgate Show, brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply in Riverton. So, two LVHS regional games on the docket tonight. They are back-to-back here in this first round of the 3A West Regional Tournament. The Lander boys will face off against Mountain View. In that game, the Lander boys are seeded higher than their opponents. In this game, at least according to the seedings, you would consider the Lander girls an underdog, but strange things happen in the regional tournaments, and the way the tournament is structured on both sides of 3A is you just have to win two games and you'll find your way into the state tournament. But the Lander girls fighting for a chance to advance. Record 6-4 in conference play. They have been a consistent force in 3A basketball throughout the season. Panthers, Emery Hernandez, team's top scorer, averaging 13 points per game. She's been a reliable playmaker all season long for the Lady Panthers. 52% shooter from two-point range, knocking down 69% of her free throws as well. She'll want to be at her best for Powell to advance in this game. Also stepping up for the Panthers, Coy Erickson, been a dangerous outside shooter with 43 made threes this year. Inside the paint, Caitlin Floy, Sage Kidd, just to name a few for this Powell team, providing rebounding and defensive presence, with Floy averaging 7 rebounds per game, Kidd averaging 5 boards per contest. Most recently, Powell is coming off a tough loss to Cody to end the regular season. They only shot 18% from beyond the arc in that game. Recently, though, Hernandez and Erickson have been consistent scoring threats for Powell. As for your Lander Tigers, head coach Drew Powell entering the postseason with an 11-10 overall record. They finished conference play at 5-5. Landers had an up-and-down year, tough scheduling conclusion, I think it's fair to say, for the Lander girls. But they are coming into the postseason on a win. Their go-to player has been, among others, Stacey Goklish, leading the team with 13 points per game, shooting 54% from inside the arc and pulling down 4 rebounds per game. Hayden Goggles, her co-point guard, does a little bit of everything. 8.5 points per game, 3.6 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. Lander's strength comes from their ability to control the paint, with the Dagan Reinhardt and Zoe Mulholland coming off the bench, usually cleaning up the boards. Landers recently performed with a mix of highs and lows, as we mentioned. They pulled off a strong 40-30 win over Lyman most recently, but they struggled against very good teams. Pinedale, who is the top seed in this 3A West tournament, also losing to a bunch of other great girls teams in 3A at the conclusion of Lander's year. Starting lineups are being introduced, and we are about a minute from tip-off. We will get you Lander's starting lineups as they are announced. Actually, we can get those to you right now. It'll be Daisy Goklish, Kendall McFadden, Zoe Mulholland, Hayden Goggles, and Dagan Reinhardt, your typical starting 5 for head coach Drew Powell. The starters that we just gave to you are being introduced to the crowd here at Lander Valley High School. First time in several years that Lander has hosted the 3A West basketball tournaments at the regional level. They host 1A every year. That took place a weekend ago. But it'll be the first time in, I think we figured, at least 9 years that LVHS has hosted this 3A West boys and girls game. And so it's a home court advantage if Lander's teams can take advantage of it. First up, the girls, and then the LVHS boys to follow. Scott Fuller with you on County 10's YouTube channel with an audio-only broadcast of this on 1330 KOVE. Ready to go, right on time. At 4:01 on this stormy Thursday, the Lander ladies will begin their postseason against the Powell Panthers. Most recently, this game in Powell between these two teams was a closely contested matchup. Lander had a feeling they might be able to win, but Powell pulling away at the end as the opening tip-off is one back in the direction of Lander. Already bodies all over the floor, and Powell takes advantage of the basketball with Alexa Richardson, who works right wing for the Panthers. Feed inside, down low, and the layup is put home. Powell, the quick 2-0 lead with a Hernandez bucket. 20 seconds gone by in the first quarter as Daisy Goklish starts the offense for the Tigers. It's Dagan Reinhardt, right wing, that gets the ball back and picks up her dribble. Float pass inside intended for Mulholland, gets away, and now here comes Powell in transition. It's Emery Hernandez who gives up a three, which is good. Early 5-0 Powell advantage. Panthers on top with 7:13 to go here in the first quarter. It is Goklish across the timeline with a crossover beyond the right elbow. Feeds to her left. Diving in is Kendall McFadden to Reinhardt. Top of the key for three. No good. Rebound out of bounds. Back to the Powell Panthers. So Powell with a strong start, up 5-0, and they have the basketball. 1 minute and 3 seconds gone by in the first quarter. Powell inbounding against Lander's patented full court 2-2-1 press. Panthers quickly down the floor into the right corner, and now the right wing. Reset top of the key. Lee Graham for three for Powell. That's no good. Offensive rebound is pulled down by the Panthers as flying in after the shot was Sage Kidd. Powell resets their offense. The pass to the right elbow. Bounce pass to the top of the key. It's Alexa Richardson running point for the Lady Panthers, and now Powell slows it down for the moment. Coy Erickson passes left wing. That's Emery Hernandez. And back to Erickson. Powell cycles to the right wing with 6:24 to go in the first quarter. 5-0 Panther lead. They have the basketball, still working their offense on the right side are the Panthers. Pass into the paint, and now mid-range two from the right side is also good. Powell is hot shooting to start this game with Sage Kidd hitting the mid-range. And with 6:09 to go, it's a quick 7-0 Powell advantage. Here's a steal of Goggles. And now here comes Powell in transition. Tipped out of bounds by Dagan Reinhardt. So Powell with the steal after their latest bucket, but they'll have to inbound from under the basket with 6 minutes even. Couldn't have started that 2 minutes any better if you're the Powell Panthers. Up 7-0. Lander with one good look at a shot, and that's about it so far in the first 2 minutes. Powell on the inbound to the right wing. And now the right corner. Against Lander's zone inside, driving under the basket. Now a feed is stolen away by Dagan Reinhardt. Goggles gets to Kendall McFadden across the timeline. Lander looking for their first points of this first quarter. McFadden with a crossover to the free throw line. Dagan Reinhardt now feeds left corner for three is Goggles, and that's up and good. Lander on the scoreboard with a three from Hayden Goggles in the corner. 7-3, Powell on top. First round regional action from Lander Valley High School. You win 2 games in this weekend, you head to the state tournaments in Casper, no matter how you get there. End up in that 4th place, even if you lose this first game, but life gets a whole lot easier in this tournament if you win this first game. Here's a three from Brianna Lincoln in the corner for Lander. No good. Goklish with the offensive rebound and the putback. Daisy Goklish drops in 2, and the Tigers have cut the deficit to 2 with 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Powell basketball. Working around left side. Pass to the right block. Is put up. No good. Fight for the rebound. Powell comes away with that. They'll put it up. That shot is no good. And a whistle. That's out of bounds. No fouls called either way yet in this game so far with 4:44 to go in the first. But out of bounds to Powell after their couple of attempts under the glass were unsuccessful. Lady Panthers inbound with a 2-point lead. Brianna Lincoln with a steal for Lander off of the inbound. She maintains possession, falling to the floor, but got it to Goggles. So here comes Goggles across the timeline to Goklish, who was too deep and stepped on the baseline. Turnover to Powell. 4:36 to go in the first quarter. 7-0. Powell lead has been cut to 2 points. The last 5 points belonging to Lander. And on the ensuing possession, a right block pass for Powell gets out of bounds, and so a Lander turnover. Turnover to Lander, should say. With 4.5 to go. Ivy Agee checks into the game for the first time for Powell. Name to keep an eye on coming off the bench for the Panthers. Inbound against a full court man-to-man press is successful for Lander, and here comes Goggles across the timeline. Tigers wearing their greens. They're green on greens, black outlines. Entry pass from Goggles is tipped away. Now skip pass to Lincoln in the left corner. She'll try something there. Bounce pass inside to Dagan Reinhardt is kicked, and so Lander basketball out of bounds. Tigers 2 inbound, trailing by 2. Just about halfway through this first quarter with 4:08 to go. I think that's Goggles doing the inbounding under the basket. Gets it to Goklish in the right. Yeah. Powell off the inbound, top of the key. Spot 3 is no good, and Addie Rounds comes away with a rebound. Addie falls to the floor, maintains her dribble as she gets back up, and then a timeout taken by head coach Drew Powell to save the possession as Addie Rounds did everything she could, falling to the floor and not traveling, still maintaining her dribble. First timeout of the game is taken by the Lander Tigers. It's a 30-second timeout. I want to thank our sponsors for Lander Valley High School basketball all season long, including Bailey Tire and Auto, supporting our local athletes. Our full-service tire and auto shops at 755 South Federal in Riverton and 1305 West Main in Lander. So head coach Drew Powell, not to be confused with the Powell Panthers, head coach Drew Powell of the Lander Tigers took a timeout to save his team a possession. First one that he had used. 2.5 to go in the first quarter, and Lander will inbound full court. They are ready to do so. Powell is yet to break the huddle. They'll have to hustle onto the floor into their defensive, what has been so far a full court man-to-man press by the Powell Panthers. It is full court man-to-man as Brianna Lincoln inbounds. Lincoln looking for Rounds. And now Goggles. Goggles gets the inbound. And she crosses the timeline on the right side. Goggles with a crossover there. Pass left wing to Reinhardt. Well, here's Hollingshead from the free throw line. Drops it back to Kendall McFadden. Scoop and score by Dagan Reinhardt under the basket. Dagan Reinhardt is in the scorebook for the first time. Much needed points for the Lander Tigers. 2 minutes to go. Lander has trailed by as many as 7. As transition for Powell is stolen away by Lander. Nice lead pass to Brianna Lincoln, who finishes the play. We have a tie ball game. Finish the thought. Lander trailed 7-0 early on. Well, we won't finish it. Another steal by the Tigers as Powell transitions at half court. Floater is in and out by Goggles. Fight for the rebound. Back out to Reinhardt. Now here's Paisley for 3 in the left wing. That's no good. Rebound pulled down by Powell. Keep trying to finish that point. The Tigers keep getting steals. We'll just keep doing that. Tigers trailed 7-0 to start this game. It is now 9-9 as Lander has fought back with 1:19 to go in the first quarter. Powell basketball running their set offense half court with Alexa Richardson left wing. Now back up top of the key to Ivy Agee. Right wing and now right corner with a feed inside. Shot up from the right block that rolls out, and the rebound pulled in by the Tigers with 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Tigers pushing the issue with Hollingshead driving in on the left side. Ball is knocked away. Little contact, no foul. Powell basketball, but it's a turnover back to Goggles. Goggles spins, right block, gets it to go. Lander with a first lead of the basketball game. Hayden Goggles with 5 points in the first quarter. 40 seconds remaining. Powell, set offense to the left corner. Defense there, strong by Addie Rounds, and the bounce pass to the top of the key is stolen by Goggles. Ahead to Brianna Lincoln again. Draws contact, no call. Shot is no good. The follow-up is good, though, and we'll have a couple of is no good, but we'll have a couple of free throws for Addie Rounds. Brianna Lincoln drew a lot of contact at the start of that fast break, putting up the shot. It was no good, but Addie Rounds was there for the follow. She did draw the foul, so a couple of free throws coming for Rounds. And the Tigers with 22 seconds remaining in the first quarter and a 2-point lead. Rounds' first free throw is no good, just a touch too strong. As McFadden and Daisy Goklish come into the game for Dagan Reinhardt and Hayden Goggles, who have seats. One more free throw on the way for Addie Rounds with 22.6 remaining in the first quarter. And the second free throw is no good. Bounced 3 times and wouldn't fall, so Powell with the rebound with 18 seconds remaining. They push past half court. 15 seconds left in the corner. The quarter, pass to the right corner now, and a drive in with a bounce pass to the lane for the Panthers. Back up top of the key, 7 seconds remaining. Now 5, 4 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Powell has run out of time. Landers set defense, milks the remaining 22 seconds, and the Tigers trailed 7-0 to start this game. They now lead by 2. Back after this on 1330 KOVE and county10.com.
We are Maven. We focus on the fundamentals, clean, simple designs with the very best modern materials and technologies. We refuse to compromise our mountain town roots to follow the well-worn path to $1. We choose instead to make game-changing gear and use it in the places and pursuits that inspire us every day. We are Maven, a company focused on the design and creation of innovative products for and by the modern outdoorsman.
At Redden Kane and Associates CPAs, we serve clients across Fremont County and beyond with top-tier accounting services. From individual taxes to business consulting, our creative and precise team offers tax management, estate planning, and more. You'll find us engaged and meticulous to ensure each client gets personalized guidance. Visit rivertoncpa.com to learn more about our services and how we can help you achieve financial success.
Welcome back to Lander Valley High School. First game of Lander's regional postseason tournament hosted here at LVHS. Lander trailed this game by 7, fought back for a 2-point lead as we begin quarter number 2. Here's Brianna Lincoln for a 3 that's good. Brianna Lincoln from just beyond the right key. Hitting a 3, and Lander is pulling ahead with a 5-point lead. It is Powell trying to force the issue in transition. 21 seconds into the second quarter, out of bounds, back to Lander. Momentum change in this game late in the first quarter, as it did not look good in the first 2 minutes. That's all it took for Powell to score those first 7 points. 7-0 Powell, currently 14-9 Tigers. Lander basketball near the top of the key. They're running their offense with Hollingshead, who's still in the game, off of the bench. Pass intended for Brianna Lincoln goes out of bounds, so a turnover to Powell. 7:17 on the second quarter clock. Off the inbound, the Panthers. The bounce pass, mid-range right side. Skip pass to the left wing. Now Powell runs their offense with Ivy Agee at the top of the key. Entry pass to the right block. Shot is up with a little contact, but no call. They're letting him play. Shot's no good. Rebound results in a jump ball. Possession arrow to the Lady Panthers. Powell inbounds from the left block or under the basket to the right wing. Now to Ivy Agee. Now left corner for the Panthers. Back to Agee. Right elbow with a bounce pass down low. A quick whistle. Shot is no good down there, but Caitlin Floyd has a couple of free throws coming. See which Tiger they assess to the foul to. That'll be Lander's first foul of the whole game. It is Addie Rounds picking up the foul. First team foul in the quarter. Powell with still 0 team fouls in this frame. So Caitlin Floyd with a couple of free throws upcoming. Her team trailing by 5, but the first free throw for Floyd is good. And Powell Center has one more. Second free throw, no good. Rebound is pulled down by Paisley Hollingshead for the Tigers. So Floyd 1 for 2 from the line. And the Tigers with the basketball. Hollingshead driving in from the left side. Floats a right hand that's up and good. Paisley Hollingshead gives Lander a 6-point lead. Her first 2 of the game. Powell trying to hustle in transition. Leads to a 3 from the top of the key. No good. Offensive rebound and the putback, though. That is Sage Kidd with a couple more for Powell. Lander with trouble on the ensuing inbound, but Kendall McFadden with a bounce pass down low. The ball is kicked to the bottom of the basket off of somebody's foot. And so that's going to be off of Ivy Agee. Tiger basketball. They'll inbound under their basket with 6:14 to go in the second quarter. Trouble on the inbound, though. Finally thrown back in and knocked out of bounds. That was nearly a 5-second call, as Kendall McFadden was having a hard time finding someone to inbound to. Taking Reinhardt back into the game. Goggles is back in for the Tigers. See Hollingshead come out. Addie Rounds also has a seat for Lander. This time Goggles does the inbounding to Reinhardt. Goklish just off right. Now Brianna Lincoln near the top of the key. Couple of dribbles and then throws the ball out of bounds. Miscommunication there. Brianna Lincoln was looking, I think, for Hayden Goggles, who streaked in to the right block just as the pass was thrown. So a turnover to Powell. But the inbound is stolen away by Lander and then given back. Goklish had the steal and then bounced past it right back to Powell. Here come the Panthers with 5:56 to go in the first half. They trail Lander by 4 points, 16-12 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Powell running their offense to the right wing. Now skip pass to the left, back up top of the key. Entry pass to the free throw line with a shot that is no good. And Goklish has the rebound for the Tigers. Powell starting really hot shooting, and they've cooled off since. Lander with the opposite trajectory. Here's Dagan Reinhardt for 3. One pass possession leads to a 3 from Dagan Reinhardt. She now has 5, and the Tigers lead by 7 with 5:22 to go in the first half. Powell trying to answer with a crossover at the left elbow and a foul called on Dagan Reinhardt, I believe. It will be Reinhardt. That's team foul number 2. Powell still without a foul here in this quarter. 5:18 to go in the first half. Lander catching fire offensively at the end of the first quarter, just in time as they trailed 7-0 now, have a 7-point lead. Powell on the inbounds. Alexa Richardson, who was not expecting the return pass. Ball nearly got out of bounds back to Lander, but it was saved by Ivy Agee, who floats one in the lane. That's no good. Scrum for the ball under the basket. Ball is still loose, and this will result in a Lander foul, and the second foul in about a minute on Dagan Reinhardt, I fear. It will be Dagan's second. So I think Dagan's going to have a seat. She will come out of the game, and she's replying for getting her feet set there just in time. It wasn't a perfect-looking charge, but got the job done. Now off the inbounds, here comes Brianna Lincoln. Pass to the left wing, and a travel is called. Trying to resolve our technical issues on the radio side of things. Apologize for that. Hopefully get that squared away. Do appreciate those of you joining on the YouTube stream. Powell Panthers on the inbound with 3:49 to go. It's 3-on-2 for the Panthers the other way in a transition layup from Caitlin Floyd. We'll get Powell back to within 5. Goggles with a pass down low to Goklish, who finishes. Daisy Goklish with a couple more. And the Tigers have a 21-14 lead, 7 points, the margin of the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Out of bounds down low on the ensuing possession for Powell, and another turnover back to the Tigers. Tigers inbound against full court pressure with 3:18 to go. And again, a 21-14 lead. Brianna Lincoln able to get the ball across the timeline to Daisy Goklish. Goklish spots up a 3 from the left wing. That is good. Daisy Goklish for 3. And the Tigers add on. They're going to force Powell to take a timeout with 3:04 to go. 10-point lead for the Lander Tigers. We'll take it with them. Back right after this on 1330 KOVE. Streaming audio tonight at county10.com.
I'm John Shade. your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement of our young athletes that they receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I, John Shade, with Edward Jones, is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers and University of Wyoming on this station, 1330 KOVE. Call me today or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Northside Body Shop in Lander is proud to support sports and student athletes this season. Northside Body Shop is a staple in the Lander community and is primarily engaged in auto body, paint, and interior repair and maintenance. If you hit a deer or have a vehicle accident, Northside will get your repairs handled and accept all forms of insurance. Javi and the crew got you covered. At Northside Body Shop, 323 North 2nd Street, Lander.
Powell Panthers forced to take a timeout as Lander has gone on a scoring run. They now lead Powell by 10, 24-14 in the first round of the 3A West Regional Playoffs. Again, 3:04 to go in the first half, and out of the Powell timeout, the Lady Panthers inbound. Quickly across the timeline against Lander's full court press. And they'll start their offense from the top of the key to the right side. Entry pass for Powell to the right elbow to Floyd, and now Alexa Richardson is playing catch with Emery Hernandez up top for the Panthers. Floyd left elbow, now a bounce pass to just right of the top of the key. Powell with a long possession. Another entry pass to Floyd with an extra bounce pass to the left block. Quick double team, one more pass, no good. Second free throw is no good as well, but a lane violation is called. Let's see who on. That's against Lander. So another free throw after the lane violation. And Coy Erickson has one more free throw attempt coming. After the Tigers got in the lane too early on the free throw attempt, that free throw is also no good. Tigers come away with a defensive rebound and a foul against Powell. Goggles drawing that.
Foul number 5, Coy Erickson.
And so now, Lander will inbound. Love these green on green jerseys, but gotten to know the team well enough where I can make my way through, but not very nice when the ladies change hairstyles in the middle of the game for the broadcaster anyway. So Goklish has gone from hair up to hair down. There's your update on that. Daisy Goklish with the ball at the top of the key draws a foul. So this will be another Powell foul. Both teams, with that being Powell's fourth, are out of fouls to give. Next foul either way will result in free throws with 1:23 still to go in the first half. Goggles with the inbound across the timeline, looking for a screen from Brianna Lincoln. Passes that up. Wide open pass down low to Zoe Mulholland, who finishes. First points of the game for Zoe, and the Lander Tiger lead is now 28-16 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Tigers with a very nice run at the end of the first half with a minute remaining now. Entry pass down low to Floyd is off of the Lander Tiger. Off of Zoe Mulholland's foot. Tigers played that perfectly, just happens to have the ball bounce off of Zoe's foot out of bounds, so the Powell Panthers with another chance at this under the basket. They inbounds to Floyd, who puts it up and in. 10-point lead for the Tigers. Lander basketball, 50 seconds remaining in the first half as Goggles works her man across half court, diving in, and is fouled before she traveled. Kind of lost the handle on the ball, but it was because she was fouled. So that's the fifth free throw, or the fifth team foul on Powell. So a couple of free throws coming for Goggles. Goggles already with 5 points on the night. 7 Tigers have scored in the first half. If that's not the most on the year, that's certainly tied for it as Goggles makes the first free throw. Goggles leads those scores now with 6 points of Lander's 29. 11 points. Tiger advantage as Hayden Goggles spins, and fires. Second one is also good for Goggles. Lander with 30 first half points. Powell inbounds against full court 2-2-1. With 40 seconds remaining, Floyd pushing the issue for Powell. Picks up her dribble at the left wing. Passes back near the top of the key at the logo. 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Powell still running their offense with Emery Hernandez. Still at the top of the key. Emery looking for an entry pass. Gives it up right wing. Now into the right corner for the Panthers with 18 seconds remaining. Entry pass to Floyd. Floyd bounce pass, stolen away. Well, now it's on the floor and out of bounds back to the Tigers. 11.9 seconds remaining in the first half. Tigers will inbounds. Paisley Hollingshead does that. They're going to have to go about 3/4 of the court in 12 seconds. Full court man-to-man pressure against Goggles. Goggles across the timeline with 7 seconds. Now 5. Goggles still with the ball driving into the right corner. Gives it up to Goklish for 3. No good as time expires. Shot doesn't fall, but the Lander Tigers fight back. They trailed early in this game 7-0. Looked like Powell had all the early momentum. Lady Tigers took it back, and they lead 30-18 at halftime on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Take a halftime break, step aside, come back and recap our first half scoring right after this on 1330 KOVE with streaming audio tonight at county10.com.
Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com. Today.
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We've got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmvs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Welcome to Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton, where we exceed your expectations and deliver the best service possible. Located on Federal in Riverton, we're here to make local car shopping fun again. Explore our wide selection of new and used Chevrolet and GMC vehicles. As truck and trailering experts, we offer a variety of options tailored to your needs. Experience exceptional customer service and competitive prices. Visit our website at FremontChevyGMCRiverton.com to find your next vehicle today.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give him a call at 307-332-7184.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion in the Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach program. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
Lander basketball is on the air. With coverage of today's games, here's Scott Fuller.
Well, welcome to the playoffs and a very exciting start to LVHS's postseason run as the Lander Lady Tigers are up on the higher-seeded Powell Panthers 30-18 at halftime. This is the Wydot Buckle Up for Life halftime show. Wydot reminding you that seatbelts save lives. Buckle up so you can stay in the game every time, every ride. That goes for every time, every ride all year, but in particular with the way the roads are all over the state, but especially central and west central Wyoming with a lot of snow coming our way. But it's not a regional basketball weekend in Wyoming without a massive amount of snow. So welcome inside Lander Valley Fieldhouse in from the storm as the Lander ladies lead Powell by a score of 30-18 at halftime. There's a lot to recap here on the Wydot Buckle Up for Life halftime show when it comes to individual scoring for the Lander Tigers as well. Lander ends up with 7 different players on the score sheet, led by Hayden Goggles, the junior, who leads the team with 7 points in that first half. You had fellow junior Dagan Reinhart with 5 points as well. Daisy Goklish adding 5. And then 2 points apiece for Kendall McFadden, Paisley Hollingshead, and Zoe Mulholland, your unofficial individual scoring numbers in the first half of that game. Tale of 2 first halves there. In the first 2 minutes of the game, the Powell Panthers went up and down the floor 3 times, scored on all 3 possessions, and led Lander by a score of 7-0. That's how this game started. Lander clawed back to within 2 at the end of the first quarter, managed to take the lead at the
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion in the Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach program. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
The Tigers play here. KOVE Radio.
Welcome back to Lander Valley High School. All set to go for half number 2. Strong first 2 quarters for the Lander ladies as the Tigers lead Powell by a score of 30-18. Tigers coming into this game as the lower seed, but not playing like it, at least not in those first 2 quarters. And we are ready to go in quarter number 3. Thanks for listening to the Wydot Buckle Up for Life halftime show brought to you by Wydot. Reminder that seatbelts save lives. Buckle up so you can stay in the game Every time, every ride. Lander ladies definitely in this game. 12-point lead and the basketball as we start quarter number 3. Dagan Reinhardt for 3 to add to it. Dagan, after a couple of passes, adds to her total. She now has a team-high 8 points, and the Tigers lead 33-18 as Powell inbounds against full court 2-2-1 pressure. With just 30 seconds gone by in this third quarter. Already 3-0 Tigers in the quarter. Powell working their offense from the left wing to the left corner. Now trying to skip it back right. Instead, entry pass down low and a pass to the left corner for 3. That rattles in. Powell with the answer. 33-21 the new score with 7:13 to go in quarter number 3. There's Goggles across the timeline for the Tigers following the Powell 3. Reinhardt, who just hit one of her own, dives to the left block with the basketball. Gives to Goklish right behind her. It's Goggles with a bounce pass inside and kicked out of bounds by Powell. Lander will inbound with 1:03 gone by in the third quarter. So Goggles is going to do the inbounding from the right side of Lander's basket. Goggles to Dagan Reinhardt, left elbow. That too is good. Dagan Reinhardt is in double figures with 10, and the Tigers lead by 14. Sense of urgency setting in for Powell as they try full court in transition. Do get the ball across the timeline, nearly throw it back into Lander territory, but they save it. Here's a 3 in the left corner for Powell. Big bucket won't go. And now stolen away by Goklish. Zoe Mulholland is fouled. Zoe draws a foul. First foul of the quarter by either team goes to Powell. Lander inbounds three-quarter courts with 6:32 to go in the third quarter. Goggles off the inbound, crosses the timeline to Zoe Mulholland. Now to Dagan Reinhardt, left wing. Back up to Goggles, off a screen from Mulholland, driving in right. Goggles backs down, now looking for some help. Bounce pass to Dagan Reinhardt in the lane. Dagan finishes. She has 12 on this game. And Lander extends the lead, 37-21. Powell with a little trouble against the press on the inbound, but they do cross the timeline. Start their offense in the right wing. Pass to the right elbow is tipped and turned over to the Tigers. 2 minutes gone by. The Tigers are starting this third quarter like Powell started the first quarter. Comes McFadden. Goklish for 3 in the corner. Daisy Goklish adds to her total. And the Tigers haven't missed a shot in the second half. 40-21. A 19-point lead and a Powell timeout. Keep it right here. Lander Tiger basketball during the postseason, brought to you all season long, actually, by Perfect Power Electric in Lander, supporting our athletes on and off the field. Give Perfect Power a call today for all your electric needs at 332-7184. Lady Tigers come into their own tournament with a 5 seed. Now, Powell is just a 4 seed, but Powell got the better of Lander in a matchup between these two teams in Powell a couple of weeks ago. It was a hard-fought loss by the Lady Tigers. That was a one game where you heard head coach Drew Powell say a thing or two, or allude maybe is the better word, a little bit to the officiating in that game, and Lander just didn't get a couple of calls down the stretch that he felt they should have. But they have this remaining confidence left over from that game, and they are taking it out on the Panthers so far. Powell basketball off the timeout, inbound with a shot, no good. Down low, ball's on the floor after half court. Daisy had it stolen away from her after she regained it briefly. So Powell coming back the other way. Out of bounds to Powell. Powell inbounding under their own basket, trailing the Tigers by 19 points with 5:19 to go in the third quarter. Can't shoot any better than the Tigers have in the third quarter. You have Dagan Reinhardt with 12. Daisy Goklish has 8. As the ball is stolen away on the inbound by Mulholland. And now advanced to Dagan Reinhardt, who is one-on-one in transition. Pulls up. Off of the glass for 2. Dagan Reinhardt, the junior, having a game. She has 14 points. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. You sense a little home court advantage here. Tigers haven't hosted this event in at least 9 years was our calculation. Powell on their next possession with a right block entry pass. Now back to the right block. Leaning in is Floyd. She can't make the bucket. And Mulholland has the rebound. Tigers in transition ahead to Daisy Goklish, who gathers. Shot from the left block is good. I've not seen the Lander Lady Tigers shoot like this all year. I don't think they've missed a shot in the first 4 minutes of the third quarter. Entry pass down low with the answer from Emery Hernandez for Powell. Makes it a 21-point lead. Whistle's going to be a foul, I think, against Powell at about half court on the far side. It is a foul against Emery Hernandez. A couple of subs in. You got Brianna Lincoln into the game. Hollingshead into the game for Lander. Lander inbounds from in front of the student section on the far side at half court. Goggles gets the inbound, crosses the timeline. Right wing to Brianna Lincoln near the top of the key. Now back to Reinhardt at the right wing. Bounce pass to Lincoln in the right corner. Back to Dagan. Dagan hangs, is fouled. Shot didn't go, but Dagan Reinhardt has a couple of free throws coming, trying to add to her 14 points on this game. Lander hasn't committed a foul in this quarter either. It's going to be number 3 against Powell. Reinhardt's first free throw is just a touch too strong. One more to come. Lincoln and Goklish on the blocks for any rebound for the Tigers. 4:03 to go, just about halfway through the third quarter. 21-point lead, largest of the game for the Tigers, pending this free throw from Dagan Reinhardt. Her second is good. Rolled around a little bit, but it did fall. Lander 45, Powell 23 in the first game of the postseason. Brianna Lincoln with a backcourt foul. That will be Lander's first of the quarter. Totally different dynamic to this game. After about the first 2 minutes of the game, totally different dynamic than when these teams met in Powell on senior night a couple of weekends ago. Powell on the inbound with under 4 to go in the third quarter. They cycle to the right corner, now right elbow. Sweeping jump shot is Emery Hernandez, who puts it home. Cuts the lead to 20. Here's a long football pass for Paisley. Hollingshead down the floor. She can't corral it. Turnover to Powell at 3:37 to go in the third quarter. Ivy Agee with a long 3 now is no good. Offensive rebound pulled in by Agee. Puts it off the glass. That won't fall. Third shot attempt finally does. I think that was Caitlin Floyd who finally got it to go for Powell. 3-shot possession for the Panthers. It does result in a couple of points. Tiger basketball across half court with 3:14 to go in the third quarter. Paisley Hollingshead dribbles to the top of the key. Dagan Reinhardt, right wing, dribbles in to the right elbow. Now back to Brianna Lincoln. Brianna Lincoln, entry pass to Goggles down low, who finishes. Hayden Goggles with 9, and the Tigers regain a 20-point lead. Maybe the best game I've seen LVHS play all year. In transition, there's an answer from Floyd. Cuts it to 18. 2:43 on the third quarter clock. Reinhardt unguarded across the timeline, so she'll dive in, mid-range in the right corner, or near it. Gets to Brianna Lincoln for 3, top of the key. That's good! Brianna Lincoln off of the bench with her second 3 of the game. Lander has taken a 50-29 lead. And the Powell Panthers will take a timeout. We'll take it with them back right after this on 1330 KOVE, streaming audio at county10.com.
We are Maven. We focus on the fundamentals, clean, simple designs with the very best modern materials and technologies. We refuse to compromise our mountain town roots to follow the well-worn path to $1. We choose instead to make game-changing gear and use it in the places and pursuits that inspire us. Every day. We are Maven, a company focused on the design and creation of innovative products for and by the modern outdoorsman.
At Redden Kane and Associates CPAs, we serve clients across Fremont County and beyond with top-tier accounting services. From individual taxes to business consulting, our creative and precise team more. You'll find us engaged and meticulous to ensure each client gets personalized guidance. Visit rivertoncpa.com to learn more about our services and how we can help you achieve financial success.
Proud to support Lander Valley High School. We are KOVE.
Back here at LVHS, Lander Tigers are on top 50-29 as Powell inbounds full court. Broadcaster, who happens to be to my left, has the score at 50-29. The scoreboard has 50-28. We're trying to sort that out as we speak. Powell on the inbound with a three that's no good. Lander with a rebound. Top of the key, Brianna Lincoln again. 4-3, no good. Had the right distance. Offensive rebound is pulled in by, that was McFadden. Got it to Lincoln, behind the back pass to Hollingshead, now into the corner. For three, McFadden passed it up, gets it to Brianna Lincoln, left wing. That three is good! Brianna Lincoln is feeling it. She's got 11 points. And the score we have right now is 53-29. We may have to update that. I'm getting an explanation in my ear as I try to talk to you. Answer three at the other end. Powell with a triple from downtown. Here comes Lander in transition. It is Kendall McFadden. McFadden to Hollingshead. Weaving to Dagan Reinhardt. Minute 17 to go in the third quarter. And a foul is going to go against the Tigers off of the inbound. Fouls against Hollingshead. And Powell inbound with a minute 13 left to go. So the explanation I've been given, let me revise the Powell score down to 1. There was a three of Powell's about 2 minutes ago of game time, as Powell now adds two more. There was a three that was only counted as a two. That's what I'm being told. So it's a 20-point lead. Scoreboard now matches our score. It's 53-33 with a minute to go in the third quarter. Lander basketball. As Brianna Lincoln gets to Dagan Reinhardt in the left corner. Bounce pass down low, nearly stolen away, but collected by McFadden, who puts up a shot. No good, but she's fouled. The senior with a couple of free throws coming. Nope, excuse me, that's number 3, not number 2. Addie Rounds will try to get herself on the score sheet for the first time. Kendall does have 2. And she is on the floor, at least for the moment. But it was Rounds who was fouled, and so the first free throw from Rounds is no good. Dagan Reinhardt out of the game now for the Tigers. One more free throw on the way from Addie Rounds. The Tigers have a 20-point lead with 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And the second free throw is no good. 40 seconds remaining. Powell on the inbounds with 35 to go. Bounce pass left wing. Lander's back on defense, forces a tough turnaround at the left elbow. That's no good. Rebound is pulled down by Lander. That is Zoe Mulholland pulling away the board, but Powell tied it up. Possession arrow back to the Panthers. So Powell inbounds with 26 seconds remaining in the quarter under their own basket. Little trouble on the inbound here. Finally, they do get it in. And a long NBA range three is no good from the left wing. Offensive rebound, though, with a putback that also doesn't fall. Ball is tipped to Emery Hernandez, so Powell continues this possession with 15 seconds remaining. There's a floater that's good. Lander still has 10 seconds as they inbound full court. Brianna Lincoln with 8. Now 7, hasn't crossed the timeline yet, now does with 5 seconds. Brianna Lincoln drives into the right corner, 2 seconds. Has to put up a shot. It is deflected. And that will be the end of the third quarter. But the Lander Tigers are 8 minutes away from their first round playoff victory, 53-35. Back with quarter number 4 next.
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion in the Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach programs. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
Welcome back to Lander Valley High School for the start of quarter number 4. Girls team's first playoff game here tonight in round 1 of the regional tournaments. Powell came in as the 4 seed, Tigers are the 5 seed, but the Tigers are up 53-35. They would play with a victory the winner of the Pinedale, Pinedale is playing Worland as we speak in the auxiliary gym. Pinedale, the top overall seed in the tournament. So they would be the expected opponent if Lander can hang on to win. Tigers with a bounce pass down low to Zoe Mulholland with the first points of the quarter. Mulholland with 4, and now a steal the other way. Tigers down the floor with a pass ahead to Goggles from the right block. No good, but she's fouled. Hayden Goggles has a couple of free throws on the way, and a 20-point lead for the Tigers. This is why we love playoff tournament basketball. Doesn't matter what seed you are. You never know what's going to happen at regionals. There's always a couple of shocks every weekend. First shot from Goggles is good. You have 4 Tigers in double figures. Goklish, Brianna Lincoln, Goggles, and Reinhardt all with 10 points or more. Second free throw from Goggles is no good, and Powell comes away with a rebound. 30 seconds gone by in the fourth quarter. Powell basketball, they need points in a hurry. Driving in from the left wing, and now putting up a shot that is no good, but a foul is on the way. So they got a couple of free throws. Lander boys team has the higher seed in the tournament. Lander coming in as the 3 seed, Mountain View is the 6 seed. That game immediately follows this one. You're going to have to switch YouTube streams. Find that Lander boys stream after the conclusion of this game. Second free throw from Floyd is also no good, and a jump ball with a possession arrow back to Powell. This regional weekend, life is a whole lot easier if you win this first Thursday game, and the Lady Tigers are on their way. Still 5:37 left to go. Pinedale would be their likely opponent. That game with Pinedale and Worland is happening across the hall right now at the other gym as we speak. Ball stolen away by Lander. Brianna Lincoln has it stolen away from her, and so back to the Panthers at half court. 5:20 to go in the game. Ivy Agee gives to the left wing and a long 3, no good, but the offensive rebound from Hernandez is there, and the putback is good. Powell cut it to 16. 5-minute mark upcoming in the game. Brianna Lincoln with a bounce pass across the timeline. A couple of players on the floor, and I think Powell's going to get charged with a foul here. They will. That's their second of the quarter. Lander has also committed 2 team fouls in the fourth. 5:01 to go on the fourth quarter clock. Tigers led by as many as 22. Currently up 16, 56-40 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Inbound to Dagan Reinhardt, as again the Tigers trying to milk some clock here. Rounds backs it out to Goggles. Goggles at the perimeter on the left side. Now backpedaling. She's ISO up there. Some good solid defense on Hayden Goggles. Some contact, no call. Dagan Reinhardt picked up the loose ball, so Lander continues the possession. Goggles to Brianna Lincoln at the logo, just over half court to Dagan Reinhardt. Just tiring. The palpitation on and off the court from these athletes is appreciated by Wyoming Catholic College. Find them online at wyomingcatholic.edu. So again, the 8-1 game is happening across the hall at the auxiliary gym. Pinedale would be the heavy favorites in that game. Interesting storyline of this tournament with the impending snowstorm. The only team we were kind of worried about not making it was Pinedale. Everybody else left last night ahead of the weather, so to speak. Pinedale didn't leave until this morning, and they had to deal with South Pass, which closed at, 10 o'clock this morning or so? So they must have gotten a very early start, but Pinedale did make it to the tournament. By the way, if a team does not make it to the regional tournaments, they take an automatic loss for any games they are not present for, and Pinedale's girls, again, are number 1 seeded in the tournament, so that would have been quite the storyline. But Pinedale did make it. They would be Lander's likely opponent tomorrow night, as Lander takes the timeout after the inbound. Lander's just trying to kill time at this point. Another quick timeout. We will have a very quick Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show for you to recap what has been a prolific individual scoring night for so many Tigers. I think we're up to 4 Lander ladies in double figures in this 57-40 game. So we'll do that, and then we're going to switch streams. Hop over on the County 10 YouTube channel to the boys' game. They will play Mountain View. We'll get that stream going immediately after the conclusion of the Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show. Coming up, Lander ladies off to as good a start in the tournament as they could have hoped for against a Powell team that they really did think they could beat a couple of weekends ago up in Powell. Didn't go their way for several reasons. Powell played a great game that night, too. So the Tigers thought they could have won that game. I don't think they could have thought they could beat Powell by what is currently a 17-point lead with 3:56 to go in the game. But someone knock on wood for me. Plenty of time left as Lander inbounds following the Tiger timeout. Daisy Goklish across the timeline at the logo. Tigers doing a great job of playing keep away, trying to milk some clock. Now Daisy has a double team and a 5-second call against Daisy Goklish. Good defense there from Powell, forces a turnover. So Powell with a 3/4 court inbound from in front of the Lander bench. Tigers have backed off of their full court pressure for the moment. 3:45 to go in the game. Powell trailing by 17 with the basketball. Powell the entry pass down low into the lane. A leaning tough shot that won't fall. Dagan Reinhardt there with a rebound. Brianna Lincoln is double teamed. And a jump ball. Quick whistle on that jump ball is called. It'll be Tiger basketball anyway with a possession arrow. With 3:32 to go in the game. Tiger student section in full force. You hear the band in the background, adding to the ambiance. Lander hasn't hosted in at least 9 years this tournament. Lander trouble off of the inbound. Ball is deflected out of bounds, saving the possession, so Lander will inbound again with 3:24 to go in the game. We'll have to do it full court now, though. From that very far corner, full court man-to-man pressure by Powell. Inbound to Brianna Lincoln. Clock rolls at 3:24. Goklish gets the ball, tried to Dagan Reinhardt, threw it out of bounds. So we'll have Zoe Mulholland back into the game. I think she'll take... Nope, she's going to sub in for Daisy Goklish. So head coach Drew Powell opting for some size down the stretch. Goklish has a seat. Mulholland comes in with 3:14 to go. Powell cycling from right to left around the perimeter. If you're the Panthers, you just have to start shooting and hope it goes in. Not much time left with 3 minutes coming up. Tough shot from the right block is no good. Dagan Reinhardt with a strong rebound. Pulls it down and is fouled. Team foul number 4 should be against Powell. Daisy Goklish had about a 20-second break, and she's coming back in. And Emery Hernandez is fouled out for Powell. Emery Hernandez is Powell's inside presence and one of their top scorers. Lander off of the foul on the inbound. Brianna Lincoln needs help in the corner. And the ball is knocked out of bounds to the Tigers. Aggressive full court defense as Powell has entered some desperation time here with under 3 to go. Reinhardt gets it back after the inbound. Now to Goggles. Goggles eludes a trap over the timeline. Ball is tipped away and now stolen by Powell. And there's the finish from Coy Erickson. Transition layup after the steal. 2.5 still to go in this game. Lander basketball after the inbound. Brianna Lincoln with trouble. Double teamed. Throws it over her back and has it stolen away. Floyd will not finish the play, though. And Dagan Reinhardt comes down with a rebound. And now Lander has numbers. Nice tip out of bounds by Ivy Agee. Had IVAG not tipped that out of bounds, it will still be Lander basketball, but Lander had numbers after the missed layup by Floyd. So 2:22 to go in the game, and a 15-point lead as Lander inbounds. Solid full court pressure will lead to another turnover. Powell with numbers and a lean-in layup that is good, and the Tigers want to take a timeout and talk about this. We'll step aside. Tigers hanging on to a 57-44 lead, but the Powell Panthers are threatening. Back after this on 1330 KOVE, streaming audio at county10.com.
Baldwin Creek Rental Service in Lander is a proud supporter of sports and athletics here in Fremont County. Baldwin Creek Rental Center understands how expensive specific equipment can be, especially if it's for a one-time use or event. That's why they offer tools and equipment rentals. For many years, Baldwin Creek has provided services to clients in Lander and the surrounding areas. From lawn and garden projects to graduation parties, they have the right equipment for you. Baldwin Creek Rental Center, located at 675 Baldwin Creek Road in Lander.
Introducing Wioglass, your local glass experts. From windows to showers, we've got you covered. We're proud to be a part of the Lander community and a local sports sponsor. We're dedicated to serving all of Fremont County, so you can trust us with your residential and commercial windows and doors, auto glass, shower doors, and garage doors. For quality service and local support, choose Wioglass. Visit us at wioglassoflander.com or on Main Street in Lander today.
Lander Valley Lady Tigers are 2 minutes and 11 seconds away from postseason win number 1 in round 1 of the tournaments. But Powell with some solid defense is threatening. There's another turnover. Powell unable to finish on the first shot attempt. Floyd has it though for the Panthers. 2-minute mark. Powell resets. Entry pass down low in the lane to Floyd. Off the glass. Is up and no good. Hit the front of the rim. So first to 2, no good. Score is still 57-46. One more coming for Powell's Caitlin Floyd. Second free throw is good. Lander's got to get the ball across the timeline here against really good full court pressure of Powell's. Brianna Lincoln bounces it back to Hollingshead. Hollingshead is trapped. There's a double team to Goggles, or a bounce pass to Goggles. Pass got away from Brianna Lincoln. Another turnover to Powell, but it's tipped away by Kendall McFadden. Lander basketball with 90 seconds remaining. McFadden, one-on-one, crosses the timeline. Now she's trapped beyond half court. Gets it to Goggles. Goggles is double teamed just beyond half court, and a foul is called against Powell. Really intense defense from the Powell Panthers over the last couple of minutes, but that's team foul number 5, and so Lander is in the double bonus. Hanging on to a 10-point lead. Lander led by as many as 22 in the second half. Minute 18 remaining. Free throws on the way for Goggles. First free throw is no good. Goggles has one more. She has 10 points on the night. One of 4 Tigers in double figures. Minute 18 left to go after this second free throw from Hayden Goggles. High arcing shot is good. So Hayden with 11, and that is the Lander lead at 58-47. Minute 17 to go. Powell inbounding. Full court pressure is back on by the Tigers. Powell breaks it to IVAG across the timeline. Guarded there by Lincoln. Picks up her dribble with a minute 9 remaining. Entry pass gets away from everybody, and it's taken away by the Tigers. Brianna Lincoln double dribbled. There's a really subtle, quick double dribble, but the official was right there. I think that's the right call. Bad break for the Tigers with a minute 2 remaining in the game. 11-point Tiger lead. Powell basketball inbounding under their own basket. Trouble on the inbound here. Powell just does get it in. It's knocked out of bounds back to Powell. 1 second off of the clock, so 1:01 to go in the fourth quarter. Powell inbounding again under their own basket. Inbounds to the top of the key. That's IVAG. Right wing now and a 3. That is good. Powell hit a triple, and they trail by 8. Quick timeout was taken by Powell. By my count, they are out. We'll take a quick break. Come right back for the finale after this on 1330 KOVE and county10.com.
Electric are your trusted electrical contractors in Lander. With over 30 years of experience, we excel in light and heavy commercial construction, residential remodeling, and service work. Our license.
First round of the 3A West Regional Basketball Tournament. Lander girls led by 22. The lead has been trimmed to 8, 58-50 with 54 seconds remaining as Lander inbounds following the timeouts. Dagan Reinhardt, after a couple of passes, yet to cross the timeline. They finally do with a bounce pass to Goklish, and now Lander's able to kill a little bit of clock here as they swing it out to Goggles, who is fouled with 37 seconds remaining in regulation. Graham picks up her third, and the Tigers are already in the double bonus, and so a couple of free throws coming for 37.2 on the fourth quarter clock. Can hear a pin drop in the building as Hayden lets go her second free throw that is also good. Tigers lead is 10. Powell inbounds with 35 seconds to go. They just need quick points. Got to put up a long three here from the top of the key. That's no good. Rebound to Dagan Reinhardt. Fought for. And a jump ball. Possession arrow is Powell's. 27.3 left on the fourth quarter clock. Tigers by 10. Powell basketball. Inbounding under the basket. Little trouble on the inbound here for the Panthers. Nearly a 5 call, but instead they do get it in. 3 is no good. Rebound pulled down by Goklish. Got it to Reinhardt. 20 seconds remaining. Powell has to foul with 18.3 on the clock and a couple of free throws coming for the Tigers. Floyd picks up her second. Tigers again already in the double bonus. And Kendall McFadden has a couple of free throws coming. She has 2 points on the night. Does the senior. First one from McFadden is good. Lander extends their lead to 11, 61-50. 18.3 on the fourth quarter clock following this second free throw from Kendall McFadden. That is no good. Powell on the defensive rebound, crossing the timeline with 15 seconds remaining. Now 12, now 10. Powell yet to put up a shot, 9 seconds. Here's a three from the right wing that is no good, missed everything. Offensive rebound, the three in the left corner is no good, 2 seconds, and now 1. The Lander Tigers are going to win the first round game of the 3A West Regional Tournaments. Lander Tigers with some redemption after losing this game between these two opponents a couple of weekends ago in Powell. Even at that time, the Tigers knew it was going to be Powell in the first round. The seeding was pretty much set at that point. Lander felt like they could have won that game, and they proved it on their home floor in their first playoff game of the year. Final score 61-50. Quick break and a very abbreviated Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show is coming up next here on 1330 KOVE and County10.com.
Cover personalized banking at Central Bank and Trust. We offer personal and business banking tailored to your needs. Enjoy the convenience of our online banking platform, whether managing accounts, applying for mortgages, or going paperless. With branches across Fremont County, we provide drive-through and lobby services. Experience simpler applications for mortgages and loans, all from your computer or mobile device. Connect with us at centralbanktrust.com.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back to Lander Valley High School for the Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show following the 3A opening round victory by the Lander ladies on their home floor this year. Final score of 61-50. Let's run down the individual scoring numbers for LVHS. Lander ends up with 4 ladies in double figures, led by Dagan Reinhardt with 15. Hayden Goggles has 13 with some clutch free throws down the stretch. Daisy Goklish with 10. Brianna Lincoln had 12 points off the bench as well. Zoe Mulholland has 2. Paisley Hollingshead had 2. And Kendall McFadden with 3 points in that effort. So you had 7 Lander Tigers on the score sheet. All-around team effort and one of the better offensive performances of the season for head coach Drew Powell's Lander Lady Tigers. So pending the outcome of the game that we think just